Hello everybody. I know you're all anxious to have an update on the baby donkey who we named Steve, who was admitted yesterday. So I'll do my best. It's quite sad, but there are lessons to be learnt. First of all, Steve came to us yesterday without a name. He came with his owner and somebody who had brought the owner and the donkey over in his van in desperate need for help. And the owner was an older person, and I'm old as well, but this gentleman clearly had not had the privileges that I'd had in life. And it was quite clear that he was very concerned about his donkey, but had not been able to get the help he needed. Because let me tell you, when the donkey came here, for which he was very grateful, and the vet came out, and we have an amazing vet who really doesn't overcharge us, quite the opposite, for his visit and the treatment and the serum and everything else that was needed. That amounted to 800 dirhams, which in English money is about £65. But of course, the gentleman from the local village, that would be much more than a week's work's pay to him, and he was clearly now probably retired and not able to work and very unlikely to have any state support. So the lessons that we have learnt from this are twofold. Firstly, Steve came to us too late. I personally was thrilled when I saw him have a big long pee and he went to the toilet, because I thought, we've cracked it, we've got the serum in, we can do something. But the poor donkey, his organs were so damaged that although he had passed water through him, it wasn't being processed through any of the organs as such, and he crossed the Rainbow Bridge in the middle of the night. And of course we're upset. We try to save every donkey, and he was only young, and the men have buried him this morning. Now, what have we learnt from that? We've learnt this. The donkey came from Akrish, a village next to Umnas, not too far from us. So it's very local. And obviously someone at the last minute had been able to advise the owner that we could have helped. And that's right. If Steve had come to us over a week ago, I'm sure he would be alive today. Now, it's very difficult for us to say in the local villages, please bring your donkey to our clinic. There are communication differences, there are language difficulties, and so on. And the older generation are incredibly proud. They really do not like to ask for free help. So that has concentrated our minds once again on the children. Now, we can't expect donkeys to be brought to us in such a condition to come to our clinic from all over Morocco, but certainly we can from the local village and neighbouring villages. And if after Ramadan, when we start our club for the children, those children will go home and talk to their mums and dads, and more importantly, their granddads and their grandmas. And if people know in the Moroccan way that we are here with Moroccan staff willing to help and help them care for their animals in a way that they're not able to afford to now, that will be progress. So I'm sure that many of you will feel upset and sad about what happened to Steve, but please don't be angry with the Moroccan people in the villages. We are making progress. Things are changing. And every day something happens that is almost meant to happen. And at the end of yesterday, when it was quite chilly here and we were tired and about to sort of close up, we had two wonderful visitors who we know in Marrakesh, and I'm not going to name them online without their permission, but they know Morocco well. Their commitment is to Morocco. And it was so useful to be able to talk to somebody who does understand the issues about the problems we're facing. And they gave us a new life, really, to pull ourselves together, not get too low, because today is another day and donkeys will die all over Morocco. But if we can learn something from one death and make Morocco more able, I must rephrase that, it's not about us making Morocco do things, that is an appalling thing to say, but if we can learn from one donkey's death how together with the Moroccan people we can perhaps benefit others, families and working animals, well then yesterday was not in vain. So thank you everybody, as I say every time. We couldn't do it without you. Bye-bye.